And all systems nominal. Salutations, class, and welcome back. Been about a week since our last control stream, and I'm happy to get back into it. We should be about 40% through the game, roughly at the halfway point. We'll see what other little secrets we can uncover. This time, I was responsible and loaded in first, since we know how egregious those loading screens can be. Oh, are we right at the beginning of this entire dialogue tree first again? We might have to go through another run through that quickly.
Glad to see you're still you.
Ah, unfortunate. Maybe he's not speaking to me. Anywho, welcome, James. Glad to see you. You ever get your fries? I am glad to see you back, Siphon, because I have a bone to pick with you. I've had chili cheese fries for about 4 nights since then. You've reawakened one of my addictions. So easily. I'm a little bit upset about it. I'm trying to watch my weight here. Then again, it hasn't done too much to hurt my caloric intake. I've adjusted around it. Oh, and on that very night I did drop it on Twitter. Got my chili cheese fries I was looking for. Now, let's see if any of our first-person shooter experience from Halo yesterday carries over to today. I'm looking forward to that, and who knows, we might do it again Saturday, but I know that King of Fighters 15 is having their open beta around that time, if I believe.
That monster.
So we have something to do with all the BlackRock processing here, and... well, someone's had a lot of violent experiences around here.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can
Ooh,
you
more
help me
berries.
find a prism?
So, obviously the first of many things we need to interact with.
Shit! There's what the fuck?
Oh, that's new. And he's invisible. Or he teleported. Kayla, welcome. Oh yeah, that is not someone I want to be anywhere close to. In that case, we might as well just go ahead and snipe him from a distance. Wherever he is... I'm hearing some audio cues, it sounds like. Oh dear. I think I see some minor distortion. There we go. Keep a close eye out. Alright, this won't be that bad. He's just mostly invisible. Oh, wait a
Let's hurry up
second.
and find Darling's lab.
Never mind. Pierce works right much better on him. Whatever the heck that was. Do we have any lore? Hiss distorted. Able to render themselves invisible and emit a powerful concussive blast when in close range of their target. Curiously, the Hiss Distorted is apparently not able to utilize both abilities at once. It must make itself visible when it goes on the offensive. The Hiss Distorted is unique in the fact that it wields a paranatural ability previously unknown to the Bureau, perhaps tapping into a yet undiscovered object of power? How does this invisibility work? Does the Distorted become resonance temporarily? Does it use Hiss resonance to refract light? The physical deformation of this particular Hiss entity is noteworthy in its thoroughness. Clearly the human host would have died from such extreme alteration, which prompts the question, Are the corrupted simply animated corpses? Refer to file for full report. Impressive performance. That was the best encounter with that I've ever seen. I actually have a little bit of history with fighting invisible enemies. Is this Ghostbusters, Kayla? Well, I am an expert in hunting ghosts. One of my favorite pastimes. I don't know if I've made a good enough point of it, but I absolutely despise ghosts. Very difficult phenomena to measure. And as a man of science, if it's difficult to measure, I don't like it. So, does anyone remember, what was it called? About 10 years ago, there was this Source Engine game called The Hidden, I believe it was. Multiplayer game. One person played as an invisible assassin character against a team of a few, 4 to 8 or so. People trying to chase him down.
One of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where black rock comes from.
You heard that too, right?
Matter.
Black rock comes from a threshold quarry. So the prisms must be there too.
Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the Black Rock Line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Black Rock 665.
Ah, good thing we paid attention here.
Get it?
Horrible puns are absolutely wonderful.
We can do that again.
Take another. Ah, I'd go with it. I enjoy a little bit of wordplay. Lets you know who's listening, either if someone laughs or groans at your horrible wordplay. That was a game I did play quite a bit frequently with my friends. Not that I had very good internet for it, so it was functional sometimes.
Darwin's key.
It might have been
The quarry.
8 or 7 years or so. But in that game, I did pay very, very close attention. The hidden character that was the one powerful person you were all supposed to be fighting against actually wasn't entirely invisible. So I would find a good spot to camp and try to look for whatever faint distortion I could find. As well as all my time playing Team Fortress 2, I have a lot of experience trying to find invisible enemies. Ready to ghost bust today? What do we got here? Black Rock has allowed the Bureau to make great strides in containment procedures since it was first discovered. This report will examine how its very structure is comprised of density that nullifies all resonances within a range of hertz. Bureau innovations that incorporate Black Rock will be analyzed, most notably the fire breaks, feats of engineering designed to contain any future outbreaks, attacks, or other internal threats. The goal of this report is to encourage Bureau staff to explore further innovations regarding Black Rock, as work in that field has markedly slowed in recent years. Refer to the file for the full report. I'll have to find a few more health pickups very soon here. Although, with all those voices ringing in my ears, it's definitely going to happen soon. All the way over there is where we need to be. Right. Do we get our level 5 clearance then? That should have been our shortcut back. Hold on, I don't think the mic's close enough to my face. I'm sort of hearing an echo. Adjust that a bit, lower the gain, and it should be a little bit better. Ah, we do have clearance. I just needed to actually hit the button. What this does mean is that we can use that other elevator that we've been blocked off from twice.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be.
Huh.
I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave. Even with all the horror, I'm happy.
Well, infinite possibilities.
Just the right kind of insane.
Crazy enough to be believable. Oh. Don't need the TK then. And there's our ever so necessary health pickups. Right up here. Oh, whoops. Been a bit. I've forgotten all my buttons. Mix them around. Beautiful. Do we have any upgrades? Nothing else level 1 sitting around. You know, with the piercing effect on that, we might not even need the TK. Did we get him? No. Get a little barrier up here, and be on our approach. Who do we go for first? Left. Make it count. We only get one. Or in his case, two. Now we should be off to this direction. Into all the black Sharpie on our map. Feels nice to finally get to the top of that power plant structure. Make sure you have as many doors as possible to keep the speedrunners out. No sequence breaks here. What do you got in this little doohickey? Threshold Remnant. They have one of those in just about every room in the building. Guess the outbreaks are common enough. Or, they at least have a very high security budget. Let's not talk about black Sharpies on maps. Got any sort of bad history with black Sharpies?
Elevator's broken.
Figures.
Gotta get down the old-fashioned way.
Presumably, either side should work. Oh boy. Oh, I hope no one attacks me while I'm on this elevator shaft. I heard him. Eyes and ears open. Building parkour. At least the engineering is so benevolent as to allow a way down. But I imagine there's no easy way back up, so we'll be stuck down here once we arrive. Oh, black Sharpies on maps. I didn't even think about that for a while. Thank you for the grave reminder. You just getting in here, or do we have... Ah, railing is out over here. That is a powerful weapon. I can kill most things in one hit with just a body shot. I suppose out of all the weapons available to us, that is the one most apt of the title of Big Shot! Anything a bit higher up I can jump to? That might be our best bet. What about these shelves down here? Ah, that'll do it. Excellent. I'll say this weapon's certainly a little one-sided. Squares, cubes, and folds begone. I will see this building restored to its former glory. There should be a lot of secrets lying around here, correct? We do need to go on our expeditions a little bit more. Where is Ilya? She hasn't shown up since most of the Deltarune streams, which will be happening tomorrow, as a reminder. The schedule has been posted in the Discord. We've got a lot of stuff going on this week. Aye, a quarry it is. To which I say, let's rock. How's that for your bad puns, Dr. Darling? Just about everyone's popping up with armor nowadays. And not a scratch on me. Seems a little bit of FPS training worked for us. You know, the interlaced square and triangle there kind of reminds me of the triangle interlaced with a circle, which, if I remember, is the symbol for the Philosopher's Stone. I've seen it a couple times in Noida. Once I figure out what's happening on Saturday, I will be holding another vote if I can't quite decide what's going on. But it looks like we might be having a King of Fight. Actually, you know what? While we're here in a pause menu, I'll look that up real quick. King of Fighters 15 open beta test announced. Ah, it's only available for PS4 and PS5 consoles. Disappointing. Very disappointing. I wonder why fighting games are so prevalent on the PS4, and for many of them, only on the PS4. Or PS4 first for a lot of them. Same thing with Guilty Gear. There was a lot of stuff that was only showing up on the PlayStation version. Well, looks like we won't be doing that then. It might be another situation where we vote for it. Federal Bureau of Control. We need additional diamond blades ASAP. Continuous rim this time to get the clean cut research once. This black rock shit is tough. We're going through blades like they're made of the damn thing. Like we're made of the damn things. The dimensions for these slabs of black rock they brunt are outrageous. For all the grief they're causing me, those fire breaks better fucking work a treat. Go ahead and double the last order. Pierce makes everything easier. There will be quite a bit of King of Fighters 15 when it does come out, but that is expected for Q1 of next year. I should get a fight stick. An arcade stick instead of a pad. See how it compares. That should be where we're going. Back here, into the unknown. Can I get an open door? Not from this end. So that's where we come out from. Can we get in from over? Nope. Blocked off here as well. Guess the long way around from here instead. Very uncomfortable whisper. Oh, wow, it's everywhere. It's all over the sea. Oh, wait. Is that another one of those distorted things chasing us down? You saw it too. I know you did. Yep, there's another one of those things. Not looking forward to it. Oh boy, 3D platforming. I should have already given my lecture about how this doesn't work. Unless you make it incredibly, incredibly easy. All that stuff's floating. Must be some really mystical stuff here.
Whoa. Not what I expected.
Oh. Wow. Is this outside, or did we walk through a portal into another dimension? There's a lot of this stuff going on here. In real life, that would have hurt very, very much, intersecting with that corner. You wouldn't put something back here if you didn't have something to hide. Or perhaps it's just here for the atmosphere. Doesn't look like there's any documentation in this corner. Hello? Looking for... Ah, there we go. Reminds you of Psychonauts. It does sort of have that feel. At least with the 3D platforming. Kind of reminds me of one part in Borderlands the pre-sequel as well. There was a similar moon quarry that had a bunch of floating rocks. Although I think I'm thinking about some part in the DLC. Oh, right. This is one of our options. Perfect for lining up a shot. Hold still. It was... Oh, what part was it? I think it was one of the exteriors to the mailroom in Psychonauts 2 that looked a lot like this. Ouch. Okay, someone down there has TK as well. There you go. Hold still. I think. One more shot. Ooh, that guy's gonna take a few shots to go down. Did we get... Ah, we didn't get him. These guys get TK'd easily enough. Wonder if we can 2-for-1 with this weapon. Looks like we did. I saw 2 enemies there, and only one shot killed them both. Missed. Should be able to grab a lot of extra health from here real quick. Or only a marginal amount. Missed. Excellent. Activate the explosives to excavate the Black Rock Prism. The big thing here. Another battery puzzle, it looks like. And one in there. Quarry incident. During my weekly safety inspection in the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of... The whole team was aligned and staring in a uniform direction, the city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained for more than minutes, until I had to resort to literally... Afterwards, they were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior, or any specific memories of engaging in it. My official recommendation for any crew working in a threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts, or to carry out my mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or preferably both. And maybe we should order another expedition to the city. Refer to the file for the full report. I think I'll skip that last line. It's in just about every one of them. I think we usually have more batteries than we have slots for them. No. I want this one. Again, no. You're kidding me. And we are ready to blow this thing. Collect the Black Rock Prism from the excavated seam. Just this little thing.
And there it is, right where you led me. The HRAs, the prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prism to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs, then Dylan.
Oh, goodness. we should have a faster exit from... allegedly somewhere over there. Or that's just an exit to some other place full of question marks. Guess we're doing a little bit more platforming here. Amen. Right where we need to be. Just so long as we don't touch one of those jittery fractal boys. Do we even have a name for those? Hiss warped. No. The Hiss warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters. They are able to telekinetically shield themselves with nearby material and launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater internal reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than the hosts that become Hiss warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of evolution or maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the Hiss inhabits a host for a month? A year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time, and well-documented observation, will tell. Refer to file. Hiss research. It's Hiss specific, so we don't have any name for... Oh, is that what we're looking at? Hiss clusters are unique in that they are concentrated manifestations of Hiss resonance without the need of a host. Hiss clusters are dense sphere... No, those are the red guys. Those are the healing ones. Clusters are capable of replenishing Hiss hosts with infusions of resonance. This does not heal any physical damage inflicted on their organic host, but rather seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that the Hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted host and underlines a level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculation on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual, or simply an extension of the Hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Looks like we don't have a case file on our Jumbly boys invading the quarry right now. Mr. Surrounded by flashing lights down there. Would be very interesting to have a just chatting stream about sort of a similar phenomenon. There are fractal mapping softwares which create very similarly looking shapes. I do have a bit of stuff I can discuss with that. Really, are we supposed to get up there up top? I think we got a little bit more climbing to do. We are on the perimeter. So we might have to head back and jump a little bit higher. We might have an answer right here. Or not. Come on, jump when I tell you to jump. No easy stacking for us either. Can you claim that crane that you just passed? That's a good idea. Welcome, Portland, on Twitch. Don't often have people showing up on Twitch here. Interesting. Nope, looks like we do not have the proper credentials. Enough rummaging around for secrets. I think that's the place we're supposed to get to later. Probably way down from another little map or something. What's our safest drop? Right here should work. Make sure we are not anywhere near the circly boy. And he's coming this way. Or he's trying to block us off. And there's multiples of them. Keep on the move, at least they're slow. Alright, wherever he is, I think he's gone. Wonder what that knocking sound is. That's very repetitive. Huh, come to think of it, that was probably our way out over here. There we go. Or not. I wonder how they render something like that. That's gotta be a lot of polygons jumbling around all at once. Let me guess, the elevator's working now. And with no explanation as to how it's immaculately repaired. I'll take it. Ha! Yeesh. Longest one I've had in a while. Almost like Snake Eater, but without the ladder. Long elevator ride. Deltarune moment. What do we have here? Oh, I moved my mouse. Unread. Home safe. I think we already discussed this one. Yeah, this was the one that has the shield. Oscillator, supplementary materials. The notion of fan death has now become widely known in the region, since foreign investigator met with a local journalist to explain how electric fans operate at speeds that may suffocate users by overly disturbing the air. This one, this is a very common superstition in Korea, and I think it's osmosis over to Japan and China as well. But it's mostly Korea where they believe that electronic fans would actually suffocate you through, as it says here, disturbing the air too much. As our agency is still young, we must take care to avoid missteps. Any explanation given to the public must provide sufficient yet vague rationale that will reaffirm their certainty that ours is a stable, controlled world. We must tread carefully, especially in this increasingly technological world, with the radio and other innovations allowing information to travel at speeds previously undreamt of. This is precisely why we insist that our department handle all communication with public bodies. With all due respect, William S. Powers, head of the Department of Public Knowledge and Diversions. The entire department for covering up the entire identity here. Hello. Oh. 3 of you. Well, thank you very much. Not really. Ooh, 2 for 1. Not so fast. Ah, sort of like me playing Halo. Running out in the open. Irresponsibly. Except in that game, no one can hit you. No one there knows how to aim, apparently. That, or the fact that the prevalence of assault rifles does not lead very well to being gunned down from mid-range. So we need to head back to Central Executive. Just around over here should be our other control point, right? Amen. Take me back to Central Executive. Ah, I still want an explanation as to what this symbology is. The sort of spiral helix thing we see around important checkpoints. And on the loading screens. An explanation as to what it's supposed to signify. Maybe a representation of the voice whose name I can't remember. The voice in her head.
Situation report. All sectors.
Here
I'd
we
say
go
a
again.
detour into the quarry, but I found plenty. Here.
We will start HRA production immediately. I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
This is it. She knows. 17 years I've waited.
And she has no
His
answers.
brother is here.
Oh!
He was once known as Prime Candidate 6, codenamed P6. We brought him here after the ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director.
Groomed.
He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond. Are you with him now? So you kidnapped him.
We took him in. The parents vanished along with every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually, his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Did you know about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away? Where is Dylan?
Ooh,
Kept
we're
in
about to go
the
angry too.
In the Panopticon.
My brother. I thought we were the same. What if we are? I'm going. Now.
I expected as much. I need to go check on something. Something I cannot let the Hiss find. It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone.
You got some secrets you're hiding from me still, too?
Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out, Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here.
Ooh, soundproofing room.
People took my brother, but they've accepted me without question.
Do they have
Are they
VTubers
my
in here?
enemies or my friends? I need to see Dylan. I need to know.
Ominous
You could
pan
tell
up
me
to our
what
next
you know,
destination.
Explain things. Just stay with me, okay?
Definitely a representation of that
I could use his head
consciousness.
right now.
I forgot what the name was. Uh-oh. Jesse written on the glass there. he's been waiting. 3 ability points received, which brings us up to 4 total. Use evade to rush at enemies and knock them back. Shield rush damage. Energy will recover while shield is active. I think having a bit more energy might be the best thing for us right now. More consecutive launches and so on. Ah, we haven't been down to containment yet. I think I did see the option in the elevator, but we weren't allowed to go very far. That is a lot of water tonight. I'm going to get in a lot of speaking practice. Might need to do some off-stream as well.
Containment sector. Panopticon. Altered item. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
Very, very dangerous. Which means hopefully there's new weapons or abilities for us down here. So here's all the level 4 guys. And line them up. Oh, wow, he's still alive. I can't remember, is that the guy that would dodge us? No. TK's working wonders. And so is Pierce. I wonder if the trees are hissing at us as well. Very dangerous garden. You know, I never really took enough of a look to see what happens if we, Well, there's an answer. Probably shouldn't have been standing underneath them. That photocopier? That's also hiss. That chair. Hiss. Ah, I was looking for something around in here. Object of power and altered item distinctions. While altered items and objects of power may seem similar at first, it's important to note some very key distinctions. Firstly, objects of powers grant para-utilitarian abilities. See file for an introduction to the subject. Secondly, objects of power translocate anyone who makes physical contact to the astral plane. This is widely believed to be due to the blur's affiliation with objects of power. Probably the board? Not every individual is allowed in the astral plane, which indicates the blur evaluates who can or cannot enter. Thirdly, and this is not always the case, objects of power are much more preternaturally than altered items. Looking at the specific criteria that defines an object of power, it is no wonder why they are notably rarer than altered items. In fact, we have altered items for every object of power contained within the Bureau. Chili cheese fries, yes indeed, Leviathan. Welcome. I've been hopelessly addicted, and I might go off on my own quest to procure some more, right after this stream. Hopefully, the peculiar title might draw in a new viewer, that's what I hope for. makes me laugh. It has nothing to do with the actual game itself. Y'all know I'm a big shot streamer once we start having regularly occurring inside jokes. Although we might already be at that phase. But we don't have very many people sharing in them. Oh, I forget those home-in. Very dangerous. Oh, no you don't. Get back here. Yikes. He groaned when we hit him with the rock. Almost still human, I'd imagine. Ah, yes. My mortal enemy. Squares. Well, rectangular prisms, you get the point. I could just cut it and say right angles. Now, find Dylan. What do we got here? Looks like a route where they have a lot of their transportation lines, it seems. Wonder where the HQ is supposed to be. Ooh. Do we have a little secret over here? Wrong button. Need to make sure we have that shotgun out in case someone shows up close. Ah, someone. But first, a box. Boxes are more important than people.
There's a man down.
Medic?
I'm here. What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's Horowitz.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
My squad mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks.
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back because of all the clocks. We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please.
Ah,
you gotta
plot
get him out of
twist.
there. I'll be fine. Really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry. The threshold.
Well, you should know every single time you say I'll be back, it has to be your best or worst Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. I'll be back. I'll try to never do that again. Rule of 3 applies. And a 1. And a 2. And a 360. Nothing that easy. Let me guess, we're talking with these things now. And I do not have my gun. No doors open. Kayla, don't think Dylan is a person. I thought that was a panning shot to him. Sort of at the end of that last cutscene. The bald man we saw from behind. He might not be a person anymore. So I'm guessing we look at an unchangeable clock. Ah, wait a minute. There's one. 2:35. Come on. There we go. Get it close and it will lock on. 2:35 in there, but the overhead clocks say 3:45. $6:42. Well, we know we only have to get it close. Coming right up and... might have missed it. Give it another go. It's not locking on. No, 5:42. We missed it by an hour. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-dum. And... we went past, but close enough. Wonder if there's any significance to the times. 9:34-ish. No. I thought we were right next to it, so I ended it early. Oh. Noon. Or midnight. Perhaps that's the last of it. Can't move that one anymore. Guess that means we have... Ah. Wonder if we'll ever open the other doors. Might have a couple secrets hidden in there. And let's check in here. That one was much easier than the second puzzle. Third time's the charm. Ooh, spooky.
This Wells guy can't be far.
Those sort of look like windows, but I wouldn't imagine we'd have such such strong sunbeams coming in from both sides. It's a really weird place. No way to go but down. Containment cells that have very much failed at their
Those
job.
must be the clocks he was talking about.
Cute. Aren't we back where we were a moment ago? Quick. Nope, no hiding spot here. And take a little peek. Close. I see you. And now I don't. He almost took us out with that punch. Come on, let me see that little face. I think not. Nice one. Living on a prayer. And give me my health back. There we go. Astral constructs. What new stuff do we got going on here? I guess they had the little new things to show us, but nothing going on there. We'll need a lot more house memories, it looks like. Whatever the heck that is.
Shit.
Oh dear. Hey man, Wells?
Are you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it, clearly.
You tried. That's enough. Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out of here?
We should head back through the threshold. We can look for other survivors as we go.
We better hurry. Which way?
Just follow the blood. Let's go.
Ah, this is a little side quest. Fancy. Up and out through here, then. You know, I make a lot of jokes about, oh, I'm not a doctor, or surgery and all that stuff. But I don't know if I could handle being an actual medic in real life. Just by that point he made, I'd probably feel a little bit guilty. Should I ever not perform up to what was necessary. So he's not going to be able to teleport through this control points. This is an escort mission, but hopefully our target here can defend himself. After all, he seems to be well armed. Now, how are we getting out of here? Maybe I do have a way just to teleport out of here. Wrong button. G, get into our menu. Don't care. Da da da. And that requires me... Ah, here we go. But we can't head through that level 9 clearance door, can we? We might have to do this later. Oh, now you're open.
What's with the clocks?
Threshold effect. This used to be a regular office wing before the threshold manifested. The forces at play in there got a hold of someone's old clock and started duplicating it. Now the office is abandoned and its clock's all the way down.
What do we got here? Maybe just a video feed. Doesn't look like we have any information here. What a weird arrangement of windows. Oh no. Not this time. I paid attention. I remembered. Careful, Wells. Don't want you getting yourself hurt. Give him a clock. Well, I was hoping I could grab the rocket behind me. Who's still there? No. I do love the TK. Ah. You know, that would be an interesting reinterpretation. The Xander lore is not complete yet. So who knows? Might add in a little bit of psychic powers. After all, I am truly the Brainiac. And you see how well I predict my opponents in Guilty Gear. Most of the time. Clocks all the way down and all the way up.
Altered item?
The anchor, yeah. Langston said it'd be a simple item retrieval. But the power of that thing had. I've never seen anything like it.
Shatter projectile boost. Ooh. That's a rare one. Don't have anything equivalently powerful for Pierce. Or any other types for that matter. Still don't have enough room for a second mod on here yet. Might have to use the scatter a lot more now. Pardon me, Wells, I gotta do a little bit of reading. Agents arrived in the town of Jasper Crossing, Arizona, after the communications department intercepted multiple phone calls to local authorities regarding frozen people in the streets. 4 of the 5 dispatched agents became paralyzed upon arriving at the scene. Additional assessment teams were dispatched. Variations of identification formulas were tried with ineffectual results. Agents resorted to using aerial photography to study the positioning of the paralyzed individuals. Soon after, agents discovered the event's epicenter to be the local post office. Unaffected agents cleared the area of all paralyzed civilians, animals, and Bureau personnel before attempting to study the item. Agents deemed susceptible to the item were tasked with interviewing and reinforming the public away from the site. The item was soon placed on a transport vehicle manned by unaffected agents. Air travel had been deemed too dangerous given the item's effect. Numerous reports of temporary paralysis were reported by civilians along the truck's route from Arizona to New York City. Right, New York City. This is where the headquarters is.
Shit.
Only your buddy Horowitz. Oh, well... Speak about rare mods. Let's give this a try. That's pretty pathetic, honestly. I like Pierce. Ooh, energy gain from headshots. That sounds fun. Although the damage boost while aiming definitely seems to be crossing over some thresholds we might need. Might be turning a lot of 2-hit kills into 1-hit kills. Although it looks like it wouldn't have helped there. I'm still trying to use some of my Halo Reach controls. Look in here. Big shot. Big shot. Be careful. Be very careful. We will need a better vantage point to be able to see him. There we go. There we go. Didn't have a good enough view on him beforehand. Drat. This game still keeps up the difficulty curve, I'll say that. I do need more water, so grant me a moment. Time for our first break of the night. And this time, made it a little bit quicker. Should be back in business. Starting all the way back here again. Alright. Not what I would have wanted. We'll still keep all of our items, though, I know that one for sure. Given that we're fighting a lot of enemies, I think I will switch it back to grip for a time being. We're not going to use spin very much, so might as well have a bit of fun with it. Come on, Wells. Don't be such a slowpoke. Never mind. The damage on that's actually pretty nifty. The screaming. That's a yikes. Went over much quicker that time. Head on up here. And around over here. Alley-oop. Oh. Well, we already handled that door then.
That's O'Neill. Shit.
These clocks are really messing with me. Must be all the time travel. After all, it seems we already opened that door. Oh, that does a lot more damage than I would have expected from it. Never mind, we might have to use this for the time being. Uh-oh. Very much uh-oh. Oh, wrong person. Perfect. Is that it? Please tell me that's it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Too many bullets to count. We have a lot of shooting going on in here. Missed. Ouch. Well, no, we were hitting him from that angle. Have one of these. Or be absolutely nowhere near. Don't think there was any way I could have dodged that setup. Two attacks so close together. Listen for it. And there's the second. Just in case. There, now that there's only the one, this should be a lot easier. Hold still. Never know when that could actually hit you when it's not supposed to. Finally. Ah, that goes a pain. Well, I gotten another little goodie box here. Hopefully not a clock. Remote thought. Wasn't that one of the items we were supposed to be looking for? Ah, we've also found some other things. Alright. Let's upgrade those while we're here. Get our health back that we so much very need.
We sealed the door on the way out.
You guys weren't kidding. It really is clocks all the way down.
That altered item later. If I open the safe from now, Wells could get hurt.
So, which way are we going? Over here, it looks like. Ah! There's the door all the way over there. Past all the, you know. It's rather blinding outside. I wonder if we're actually underground or if this actually gets into the astral plane a bit.
Horowitz ordered a retreat. We got out, but Hiss were waiting for us. I took Horowitz to the motel court and went back for the others.
Wrong place, but there might be a secret in here. There is not a secret in here.
I'm the medic. It's my job.
Ah, finally. Especially after that little mini-boss. Now, see if we can make any other little things. We need house memories, that's what we mostly need. Entropic Echo, we only need one more and we can upgrade our favorite weapon. We can deconstruct a lot of the mods we're not interested in. Although they only supply us with the currency, doesn't look like they'll give us any of the items. Fun fact, there are no windows.
We're almost out of the threshold.
I mean, you see the things like this. That doesn't look like a light fixture. Compared to these, which are obviously light fixtures of their own. I'm just wondering where all the light's coming from, unless their actual lighting setup in here just looks like that. Ooh, spooky. Look at that. Hello? No one down the hall. Yeah, those are obviously lights. Where's all the brightness here coming from? Is there something below? Yeah, the light source here looks a little unexplained. Guess there might be something super bright up there. I'm gonna be questioning that a lot now. Does hold them in place a little bit. We might actually have to spin quite a bit more often. Ooh. That's a big one. Can't wait until we can start putting multiples on there at once. Personal mod, health recovery. I think we can deal with our launching costing a bit more. One of the things we've had most of our trouble with was, well, some of those mini-boss fights. Having a bit more health off of those pickups would let us last a lot longer.
The motel court is on the other side of logistics. Horowitz should still be there.
We haven't been here. But we do have a little save. Oh wait, no, we've already claimed this one. Yeah, this was right at the beginning. Oh, please tell me he's still alive. Ah, good. He's still moving. Oh, meet him at the control point. Make our little jog back over here. Why do we need to talk to him here? We are looking for Dylan. We're doing a little diversion here first, though. After all, I saw someone who needed medical attention.
Hold on. Something's wrong with him.
Oh, really? Just the instant I walk over there. You're kidding.
Horowitz. Oh, God, no. His motherfuckers took her!
think I'll keep a little bit of power up for a shield. Just in case. Oh, that is a lot of health. Oh boy. You saw how quickly that happened. We literally just had to go back to the checkpoint. Darn it. Sorry, Horowitz. Catch. Back on the ground. I did not give you permission to stand up. That office furniture is remarkably durable. Get up here, grab a little bit of health, and repeat. A lot of the boss fights in this game are just generally pretty repetitive. Broham did say this looked a bit too much like a shooting gallery. Rat.
I should talk to Wells. Make sure he's okay.
An entropic echo. We did find one of the things we were looking for. No, I said talk to him.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Thanks. And thanks for coming to get me. Horowitz's HRA must have been damaged in the threshold. Guy never put himself first. At least the anchor altered item is still locked away down in the clocks. I hope it rots down there.
That altered item needs to be dealt with before it hurts anyone else. I should go back down and contain it. Head to the executive sector, Wells. They could use a medic.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
I'll go see what good I can do there.
Ooh, that got us some ability points. There was the time Jesse nearly got corrupted at the start. That was also pretty sudden, so it makes sense to me. I'll have to go back and review the cutscene. This is definitely a game I'll have to get a review for the story twice. Playing it sparingly over the course of multiple weeks. Maybe it would be better to do what a lot of larger streamers do and just focus on one game like a week at a time. That's one reason I'm wanting to get through with Halo. That's another game we can get out of the way, and then I can go back to maybe 2 or 3 streams a week on the same game. Sort of what we did with Psychonauts 2. That one was, well, day in, day out. That's just how excited I was for the game. I think we can start using that a bit more. Alright. We are down here in containment logistics, so just a short head this way. figure out what's going on with Dylan. Oh, that's spooky. I wonder why those are so pressurized. Oh, would you look at that? 18% isn't much of a difference. A little bit of durability is going to help us a lot more than anything else. Right, we could have made a Pierce upgrade, couldn't we? Check this again real quick. Or, you know, interrupt me. Where's your glowing buddy? Careful, that stuff's flammable. Are they still around here, or did they disappear? He just completely vanished. Alright, so tell me what those are, if those aren't, well, skylights. Oh. Those are just really, really blank, well-cleaned fluorescent lights, aren't they? Weird set of aesthetics they're going for here. And here we go. So, back to the old grind again. Zoom. Energy gain from headshots. Damage while aiming. Damage while low on health. Do have a small boost there. Classic. And back up. Not getting through there like that, it looks like. Which of you is open? I do not need to be in the medical wing. Unless that's the actual way in there. It's probably the pathway through. Oh, why did I ever stop using Pierce? Nice shot. Nice shots. Plural. So James, you're telling me these are all just weird lights up here? I find it hard to believe you, but I trust you. They could be far worse than lights, but though there are not windows. I was thinking it was something maybe peeking into the astral plane. What the... Guess we got more of the weird alien rocks going on here. Almost looks like submarine life. Very curious. Okay. Now let me out. Okay, that was the last of them. Okay, so there is someone back there. Amen. Run that one back again. At least we're doing a little bit better on average. Alright, try that one more time, and it looks like we will have to go through medical. Since it seemed we were getting in by going around. Wall of Honor. Wonder if those names have any significance. They might be members of the dev team, as a little Easter egg put in there. Ah, with all the zombies around, it kinda reminds me of the Flood. Thursday's stream will not be very fun for that reason. We're coming up on one of the most difficult levels on that stream. But so far, we're keeping reasonable pace. We might be able to squeeze out everything in just one more stream. If I speedrun it. If I happen to be extremely talented for once. In regards to first-person shooters, I'm extremely talented the rest of the time, in every other field. I hate the Flood too, Kayla. Ah, that's where we have more of that sizzling weird stuff going on up there. We've already been in there, and I think we don't refresh the items. Yeah. The rocks were removed from that little spot. Maybe another little look. These guys don't look like Hiss. Look very different. Aim roughly for the upper chest. That's where we'll hit them with the most bullets, while still catching a meaningful headshot or two. No one else found. Do we have ourselves a reading? Nothing about Hiss. So they're not Hiss. We're probably not even supposed to be down here, but I am curious. Got me looking now, keeping an eye out. Ah, we can pull those off, but we can't directly interact with them. Ah, never mind. I think that was the place we were supposed to be going. here we are now on what appears to be the other side. Excellent. What's going on here?
This is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached.
Uh-oh.
Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
I'd say more so that he's found the Hiss. Yep. Here's Dylan. More weird. Hello, rooms? I do believe someone's being murdered in room 223. Oh. That stuff is not where it's supposed to be. Oh, and the blood stains on the floor. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I did ask about what's on the other side of those doors. What's here? Looking for whatever's upside down in here, huh? This one seems like it'll be obtuse again. Yeah, sure. That hardly explains anything. I'd like to know what's going on inside. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, bright sunny smiles. It's time to go meet Dylan again. For the first time in 17 years.
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Were things as hard for him as they were for me? Maybe in here, they were even harder.
You'll note all the black rock on the walls outside here. Seems like they have just these giant containment chambers for any of the paranatural stuff going on. Altered items and objects of power. Langston. What a nice choice of name.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director? Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items.
I don't have time for
objects
this.
of Power and
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden. Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that.
The guy's tie needs a little bit of, maintenance.
And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
Insulting the man right to his
Blame for
face.
this mess in the next performance review. I have a cat to feed.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
Yep, this certainly looks like a prison complex. The man's clearly single and he has a cat to feed. Do you have to insult me like that? I saw red. Kayla, I don't think this is the last level. At least according to a number of other reports I've heard about average playtime, this should be roughly the halfway point, as sinister as the place looks. Then again, the entire place looks sinister. It's been a corporate office up until here. Yeah. Looks like soundproofing foam around the sides. With the sort of angular appearance and how it alternates. Start the stream over, just woke up. Welcome, Tito Lounge, Broham. Have you paid attention to the other control streams? You might be a little, behind, but during what I assume is going to be an... oh.
Something went wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director.
How even does soundproofing foam work?
Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
So the way soundproofing foam works is... sound is a series of vibrations. Sort of like punching or motion or like anything else. Similar to how, say, you punch something hard, made of steel or whatever, and because of its rigid surface, vibrations carry through it easily. There's a little experiment you can do if you find someone with a metal or a chain link fence. Stand at opposite sides of it. Have one of you tap the metal fence, and you'll actually be able to hear it if you press your ear up to the fence itself through there before you can hear it through the air. Rigid surfaces carry vibrations very easily because the entire thing just locks down and vibrates at once. Soundproofing foam works in two ways. One, it's made out of a soft material. You'll know that sort of spongy, foamy stuff tends to absorb impacts very well. You can squish it and it's going to give in to all that force and dampen it. If you hold a pillow in front of your chest and someone punches you, the pillow's going to absorb most of the force. Same with the vibrations from the sound itself. The foam is not conducive to bouncing back sound very well. So a lot of it ends up getting absorbed in a lot of the holes of the foam itself. The reason why you see foam arranged like this in these sort of alternating patterns is the second part of the twofold bit of it. The soundproofing foam does not absorb the entirety of the sound, it just dampens it a lot. So the angular shape to it, with these triangular pyramids going on with it, will bounce the sound off to the left or right. Since it does not bounce the sound back directly to you, it's another layer to it dampening the sound by having it reflect off the sides and towards the other layers of soundproofing foam next to it. You might think of that sort of as the stereotypical depiction of how mirrors reflect light in video games. sound that travels directly towards the foam here will bounce off to the side and have more interactions with other soundproofing foam and get absorbed, rather than if it were to hit a flat surface. If you'd imagine, say, a laser hitting mirror, it would reflect directly back to you.
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God. Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My shift replacement never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn. I can't. I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back. I promise.
Okay. Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
Hopefully the guy has some eye drops. Actually kind of makes sense. It's something you have to learn when you set up soundproofing foam for your VTubing situation. Which I have not done yet. Sooner or later, I might sound a lot more crisp, as there will be far less echo going on in the background. You might hear a little bit of it, occasionally. Oh, those are friends. And that's a foe. So, as a bit of story on what's led us up here, well, turns out these guys have actually had a hold of Dylan, which is our main character's brother. And, well, he also had a lot of para-utilitarian powers. They might not have done the best job handling him. Oh, that's gruesome.
That's the object of power. I need to cleanse it.
The TV. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully not more puppet shows. Ah, are we in the Forest Temple? I've seen these spiral hallways before. Ooh, scary, powerful. Yeah, TV is pretty powerful. With how much it can rot your brain. Yep, it's Forest Temple time. We're on the wall now, aren't we? Yeah, things just got a whole lot less real in here. Thank you, Escher, for your contributions. I don't like this one bit. You should know that spirals are never something you want to interact with. Oh dear. I'm guessing they're not gonna suffer from anything until we get down there. There, now we get to start. Salvador. You gonna gunzerk in my face? Ah, and one by one, they arrive. Well, that's not gonna hit him. Oh! Wow. I'm still astonished how much damage Pierce does to these guys. Head of Security Salvador. Oh, right. Part of the squad that was sent in. I mean, here they are. And it looks like they got pissed. Every single last one of them. Ah, now that we're down here, we can eliminate those guys before they prove to be trouble. Return to sender. Hello? Oh, well, hello there. Get this going, get this going. Get going, going, gone. Where's the other guys? I don't have time. I hear the other guys. I don't see them though. Ah, there we go. Wow, that is a yikes right there. Game really does remind you of Infamous. Another game I've never played, so I have no frame of reference. Very powerful psychokinetic abilities on this one. Maybe not so much anymore.
That thing was Salvador, the head of security. His team didn't stand a chance against the Hiss. No one here does.
My brain auto-completed when she said Salvador, the head of security. My brain auto-completed that as Salvador the Hedgehog. And I was very, very confused there for a moment.
Okay, the TV. Another object of power going nuts.
TV. Well, there might be an Infamous playthrough sometime here. Sometime. Babysitter. Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere. We have our double jump. Aw, no secret up here. Running around at the speed of Hiss. Got places to go, gotta follow the red light. I still have no idea what's going on with those ugly things. Spacebar while levitating the slow fall, while falling the slow fall to a slow fall, controlling the descent. I was about to ask that question. How do we use it to get down from heights? They just live here. I suppose I am doing a little bit of home invasion, aren't I? Z, welcome. We just unlocked levitation. So now we can take to the skies as we've always wanted. So glad to see you again. Well, that certainly doesn't disable those guys for long. Really, disappoints me. I was hoping we could have figured out something to do about them. And let's do a little sneak around up this side where you're not... Oh. Where you're not expecting... Where you're not expecting me. So it doesn't look like that draws from our energy bar like a bunch of our other abilities.
Okay, dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
Oh, wow, this place is still messed up. Guess it's stuck like that. Wow. The TV certainly was powerful. Just enough. Other way. No? This way. That's right, this is how we got in here. Objects of power must be something else if they'll leave a place tainted after they've been handled. Oh, didn't see him flying up there. Try that again. That was the guy I was looking for. I could have sworn I missed that shot, but I'll take it. What do you got for me here? Post-box procedures. Black rock paneling has proven effective in hindering but not eliminating the object's altered effect. Agents in the immediate vicinity may still experience paralysis. This is the one from the post office. Keeping a distance of feet from the cell is recommended unless agent is confirmed to be non-susceptible. Description: a dark blue United States post box, model paint is chipped at the edges. The item itself is empty, with no mail discovered inside of time at time of retrieval. The item seizes the motor functions of organisms meeting an unknown criteria. Paralyzed subjects are still capable of moving their eyes and limited speech. During tests, approximately 16% of agents remain unaffected by the item. Age, gender, race, height, weight, blood type, eye color, clothing, place of birth, diet, heart rate, and socioeconomic standing are all factors proven to have no correlation to an individual's vulnerability to the item. Victims' states of mind were recorded during onset of paralysis, but no emotional correlation has yet been found. And onto the TV itself. No unique containment procedures required while bound. Description: a CRT television built by Benikoff and Sons Electrics. The screen is still functional. The object can levitate itself off the ground to a maximum preserved altitude of blah, blah, blah. Did I say preserved? Observed altitude of blah blah blah. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to harness this effect for their own use. See report for the results tested with prime candidate. The object is currently bound by... The object was first discovered in a local news story from Kansas. The figure had been seen over buildings. The Bureau dispatched agents to the town, who discovered that a man named had bound himself to the object. Mr. was detained, see case, and the object was brought to the Bureau for study. Flying television. What will technology achieve next? Some of the reports referenced in the documents can be found. Guess we'll do a bit more soul searching. Not what I wanted you to do. Ah, another little gadget we missed. Ah, no answers for me. Oh, wait. Unless... Looks like almost enough. But not quite. Don't think there's anything else going on up here. So it's a toggleable levitation, not a slow fall necessarily. Search for Dylan in maximum security cells, 5th floor. We should have access to the elevator now, hopefully. Wrong shot. And no one else found, and more of those strange cubes on the side. Wonder what it means. If there's someone else shooting at me, you'll have to do a lot better than that. Oh. Wasn't Philip supposed to be here still? Or was it a few cells over? Ah, there we go. Bye. We're not concerned with staring at a refrigerator. If the man wants something to eat, he should have figured it out by now. So it's straight on this other well, we need to get to the top first. We're gonna have to talk to Langston, aren't we? Fine, I'll give him a ring. Theory. Jesse has a particular affinity for levitate since unlike the other abilities, it doesn't use energy. That would be very interesting. Everyone sort of likes psychonauts having their best psychic power. Another Deltarune moment with the long elevator. Although I suppose I should say more like Undertale, since that was the more infamous of the long elevator rides. And we're gonna have to go back up, aren't we? I thought we'd have to report something to Langston, but maybe not. Don't tell me we had, like, staircases to go up there. Metal Gear Solid 3 ladder. I mentioned that earlier in the stream before you shut up. There is a different elevator ride, and I referenced Snake Eater. That's such an iconic moment.
Numerous cell breaches on every level. Is the TV back in its box yet? No,
we do have to talk to him.
You know, an ongoing concern.
No way back up from here. But I do want to hear him humiliate himself really quick.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management.
Is that a cleft lip?
8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me.
Suppose there's not too much he can insult himself with.
I'll be here.
Alright, back up the elevator then, since this game doesn't really do the best at pointing you where you're supposed to be going. Although I too would be lost in a situation like this. At least we're healthy and can sprint forever. Is that a sledgehammer? No, it's a wooden mallet. Wonder what that thing does. Guess we do have to go across the staircase. There's something up here at the top. Someday you'll go through the rain. Someday you'll feed on a tree frog. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Needs a little bit of work. Hold on, try that again. Snake eater. No. Snake eater. That's the best one. I haven't done my singing practice in a while. Mostly since I started streaming, I was mostly trying to focus on the voice acting part of it rather than the singing. Oh, well, I might be stupid for thinking that elevators are our best option, but they did essentially just give us something that was a hint towards the ability we just acquired here. Suppose I should have noticed that a moment earlier. I'm watching. Pierce aimed fire boost, but it's not leveled up like the other things we've grabbed. P6. Oh. Got all the extra labeling around it. So we know Dylan here is some serious business. Wrong button. Ha! Plastic Swan. This really is just SCP picking the most... Oh no, it's from one of those Tunnel of Love rides. Yeah, this is just SCP. A water cooler. A crowbar. Wonder. Nope. We have no documentation on the individual objects from right next to their cells. Darn! I was interested in looking and seeing what was going on with each one of these.
So close.
Well, here's the big reveal. Ah, they have to have it double locked. Airlock the guy in. Mr. Freeman wants that crowbar back. Probably hopped in here straight from Half-Life.
Can you hear me?
In a moment, I'm unpacking loot boxes.
Are you there, Jesse?
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
Oh, dear.
We need to get back. I have to see my brother.
Agent 47 looking ass. Let me guess, we get out differently through how we came in. Or perhaps there's a little secret in here. Maybe a control point? That could be how he would have gotten out. Yikes. Ah, here we are, I think. No. Sure, put the maniac in a glass cage. This has certainly never been unsuccessful in every single media about trying to imprison a psychopath. I can fast travel, but I think it's only from control points between them. Yeah, moving my mouse here doesn't do anything for me. I will take a look up here real quick. And alley-oop. Oh, right, that was the door that we don't have access to yet. So, right on the other side, out here, I will have a way out. Dylan could have fought his way out during your fight with Security Chief Salvador. Wish I could know exactly which floor that control point was on. Heh. But nothing to look at here. Maybe on the next floor down. This is where I would have put a secret. Come on. There's probably one in one of these little chambers around here. But all the doors are shut. There we go. Quickly now. Ooh. Well, you know I have to have the ground pound. Although we'll have to unlock some other stuff first. The launch is getting us a lot of mileage, so we'll upgrade that too while we have the points for it. Got something new for me. Charge. Charge holds up to 3 explosive projectiles that can stagger enemies caught in their blast radius. I'll certainly take a look. This ought to be fun. Oh! Well, thank you for being here, Siphon. I might not be doing it too much longer myself after we figure out Salvador's situation. Headed to secure a tea, salsa door. Nice. To the boardroom. So what's going on with Dylan here? Launching enemies is good too. We've been using it a lot, and I think it might be a good ability to have a little bit up there. I suppose we could expand into every single tree that we can muster. We do have enough for a complete respec sometime soon. Hope you have a good night, Siphon, if you're still here. And I do want that butt slam. Ground pound, whatever you'd like to call it. Got points of interest on both of those spots, but you know exactly what we're here for.
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here.
Amen.
But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know. He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you
Emerson,
so special is
welcome.
genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else.
Polaris, that was the name.
I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
Hey, title drop. Again.
Or is he?
Of course. Yeah, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Enough waiting. I gotta talk to him. The upper level, you said? Oh, I literally just can't levitate in here. Sure. Have you tried the Halo Infinite multiplayer beta yet? That was the stream from yesterday, Em. You're welcome to look at it on my channel. In fact, actually the best stream I've had in a while. Took us maybe 40 minutes or so, but I think it was 40 minutes to an hour in. Actually had what might be technically a first sort of impromptu collab with Sarina Penguina, who is a very prominent FGC VTuber. She organizes most of the English tournaments. Very, very fun stream. Absolutely my best one I've had in a while. Heck, probably my best one yet.
I think you're gonna have to endure the inconvenience a little longer.
Yeah, if you want to see some back and forth. Took me a while to get things actually customed and set up, but we are set up for next time I do have any sort of a collab. This is probably not where I'm supposed to be. But we got some good little goodies in here. Let's see what we got. To whom it may concern, in case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. I'll be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or home phone. Sincerely, Jay Bozer, Vice Chief of Staff. Definitely looks like an office prank gone wrong. Interesting little bit of math they got going on here. It's the clocks all over again. Oh, so it's over here we gotta be then, right? No.
Just when I thought things were stabilizing, Marshall abandons us. No one telling us what's going on. Information's always been on a need to
Where's the containment cell I'm looking for? I hate this game. Speak with Dylan on the upper level. Central Executive. Well, I don't see anyone glowing red up here. Parautility. Objects of power unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals parautilitarians. The potency of these abilities depends on the parautilitarian. Using the object of power as an example, some parautilitarians can achieve a throw distance of while others are only capable of as little as See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some exists within the body. Midichlorians. Midichlorians is the word they're looking for. And that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished parautilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Well, he ain't over here.
big shoes to fill.
Oh, that's just a radio. Have you been to the hotel yet? About 4 times. This might be what we're looking for since we have a couple of guards. Ah, yes. Hello, Dylan.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door.
Wow, this guy's spitting bars. Whew. Someone turn on the AC. This guy is fire.
Shit. That's Dylan. Can you hear me? Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you. Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better.
Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be true.
that? Please? Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good.
Ooh, creepy.
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only true. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away.
Orange peel,
She
yeah.
didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jessie. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into. Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself. I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm
So to answer your question, Em, for one, I try not to talk during cutscenes, because sometimes it is hard to hear the characters talking if I'm talking over them. Or vice versa, depending on which game or VTuber has the louder volume. I've been to the ashtray maze, but I haven't gotten in yet. Outfits. Guess we can do that at the center here. You said containment. That's right. And closest one should be logistics. We've gotten there, we've seen it, and I went through a couple of twisting hallways, but I haven't... Yeah, according to James, he can't get in yet, so... I assume that means I have a little more something to unlock first. "2.5 hours. I should stop, but... I really need to know what's going on here. I can't afford to leave my wonderful class on such an odd cliffhanger. The moment to end the stream should be a moment in which we have a chance to relax. How did we get through here? Through all this nonsense again. I'm guessing the ashtray maze is one of your favorite parts, Emerson. And back up the stairs once more. Ooh, don't like seeing that. Ooh, I like that. Dodge just in time. There's Mr. Spotlight. Ooh, I like this one a lot. There we go, finally. Come on, I see you. And I see you. Improvised concussive device. Unit, not device. Not the time I should be focusing on snappy one-liners. Not sure that I currently have the brain power to spare. Ooh. Shield strength. Interesting. Hell, that wasn't your favorite. Oh. Emerson, are you giving me suggestive and sadistic, hints here? Let me guess, you're lying to me, and secretly it sucks. A lot. I think spin might actually work better for us for now. Gotta get rid of some of these. Guess everything level 2 and below we're not really concerned with. Legitimately one of the coolest sequences you've seen in a game. It did look like it was setting up for some non-Euclidean pathfinding, which I do appreciate. Were you here for the Psychonauts stream? Or have you played Psychonauts 2 yourself? There's a lot of non-Euclidean stuff going on in there, and that's actually one of my favorite things, is seeing people try to get that handled in a game. I know a number of devs are trying to get some... Oh, right. It was so long ago, I might not have remembered if you spoke. My apologies. It was a long time ago at this point. Has it been 3 months? It's been almost about 2.5. 2.5. Wow. That was literally halfway between now and when I started. Outstanding how time flies.
To find new prime candidates. The Bureau needs a director.
That's me.
P6 and P7.
I saw you. Don't worry, everyone gets their turn. And you see how much the launch is doing to these guys, so that investment in the extra damage, I'd say, is worth it. Ooh, screaming. I'm guessing that's... Yep, that's the guy we can't toss things at. Alright, where's the little healer? Oh. Well, hello to that again. Just down over there. Right, that's not gonna work. And that's not gonna work either. Finally, I've got line of sight. And let's get out of here. You've got me conditioned for that response at this point, it seems. Where the heck? Enough cat and mouse. Now that that's handled, that seems like a guy that we'd want to use our missiles on. Or that doesn't work either. We need actual bullets, it looks like. You know what time it is. Maybe I should have never put Pierce away. And hey there. Good on ya. I still hear someone. Oh. Put you out of your misery. That guy was shrieking. I never liked plot lines like that.
Differently and ordinary for us.
When there's sorts of like...
Wishing won't change things. Finding the projector will.
Ordinary. So much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from
Pull up a seat.
That's saying something. And the boy. Dylan Faden. Prime candidate 6. And the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name, but it's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes.
Wall full of crazy there, huh? Got lots of freaky stuff going on.
We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys.
Ooch.
He's exceptional and under a lot of stress.
That is true.
Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
We'll make it work. Emerson, I have to exclusively run Pierce in the endgame because of how good it is for dealing with the flying and shielded enemies. I'm in what I assume is mid-game, and it's going great here. Ooh, everyone trying to watch Dylan.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
Ooh, that's a yikes. Hold on. Quick break here. I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Lo and behold, the prodigal son returns. Wonder if the tracking's still on point. Seems functional. Now, where were we? They've been watching us. Avoid modern technology? Synchronicity Research Department. Little, paranoid, aren't they? Let's take a look.
All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Trying to distract me, aren't you? Ah! There's our first of our alternate outfits. Jesse really gets around.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No.
Hold on. This is sounding less familiar.
Has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No. That's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe.
Wow. Sure, make me more suspicious of psychologists.
We studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
And not so silently. Seems Scatter's falling behind a little bit. What do we got here? I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. It had been rotting in that box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how it smelled. So don't go whining to me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. Absolutely no explanations there. Huh, cute. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm not gonna like this, am I? Correct. I very much don't like that.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments.
Glowing red. Might I even say it's hissing red? Actually, I don't think the scatter's gonna do... Or shatter is gonna do quite as much as we need it to here. You remember finding a fire song in this game. As long as it's not copyrighted. I should be able to take a look at it too. Burning cinders left everywhere. And here we go. The people actually intelligent enough to know how to kill me. If we go for headshots, we'll get energy back. Which is exactly what we want. I'm armed with, a few broken vertices of rocks here, and I'm not afraid to use them. We've got answers here, don't we? I thought you didn't like the ashtray, mate. Oh. We'll have to save that for next stream. Or whenever it is that we can get in there.
Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
Huh. Weapon mods full. We will have to run through these again a little bit. Ah, we still had a couple of ones left in here. That's lame. Increased rate of fire. Rotating the turntable tracks. I'm guessing my control panel is somewhere else. Oh. The TK guys again. You like those dodges, huh? How's that for some schmovement? Oh dear. Well, obviously we have to get down there. Go away. Go away. Go away.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Ooh, Charge Blast mod. There are only 3 instances of music you can remember, and the Ashtray Maze is the biggest. I do enjoy some fire tunes. Come on, this... yes. The big red button.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
I think you already found it.
Something's blocking it.
Ah, all those things. All the weird alien rocks piling up. You found it in an office. Interesting. Guess we'll keep an eye out once we're back in Executive. Okay, but tell me what we're doing with all the tracks here. I guess that's just the only way we could have opened that door. Don't know why you have a huge turntable like that in here. Oh, hello again. This is gonna be fun. Unfortunately for you, I am a professional Ghostbuster. Oh, still losing health. And he's gone. He, she, it. Is this the wrong way or the right way? Elevator back here, it says. Or on the other side. Oh, come on. Could you be any more confusing? Especially considering there's not an elevator here. It was on a radio, then Shazammed it and loved it ever since. So it is copyrighted, then, unfortunately. Which means we will not be listening on this stream. Yeah, I'll say in terms of how the maps in this game work, it's either this or Hollow Knight, which I think has the worst map in any game that has one. Sorry, hot take. I couldn't convince myself to like Hollow Knight. So, we're gonna go on another run through it on the stream. In which I hope I can be convinced to change my mind. For a game that got so much traction. Ah, we can't even pull it out, can we? So we do have a few of those that we do need to set in there. You like Hollow Knight's map? I'm very eager to change my mind, but I'd like to see some evidence. I thought I saw more switches around here. Yeah, there's one right there. Thought we had more batteries to use around here. Or, you know, speak of the devil. I found myself getting lost in Hollow Knight way too often. Unpleasantly so. Amen. Search for the slide projector, object of power. Ooh, that's some damage. Oh, wait. We do not have scatter right now. So it seems launch is getting us very far. Just how we like it. And a 1. This isn't Halo. You'd probably want to shoot the smaller guys first. Just like that. Ah, more reading material. I could use the practice. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Cincinnati. It is the town of someplace in Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the AWE and is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector. Brought there through the New York subway tunnel, special access. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for. And initial readings have been taken by a research team, although no altered status has yet been detected. What do we got going on in this little panel? The airplane. In pieces. Ordinary AWE. Oh, hello there. Are you kidding me? You're double kidding me. Have some chunks. That was ridiculous. This is where we're getting to the juicy part. The first slide was a room with a dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. DF, JF, Dylan and Jesse. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Likely Neil Hossenberg missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, and his gang, Freddy, Hugo, bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Extrapolated information. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide. Designation. House. Waste my entire health bar for that, huh? That's where we should be going. Was there another button in here? There we go. Hugo sounds like a bully's name. He also sounds like a grappler from Street Fighter.
You're listening to America.
Just double checking. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. On August 30th of 2002, siblings Dylan Faden and Jesse Faden were playing at the local dump when they found the discarded slide projector. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team had found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
I like him. I hope he didn't die trying. Ooh. That is... something I'd like to take care of. I like that. Got a twofer. Gives you Bill Nye vibes. That's also kind of what I was going for with my own design.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly research The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
I agree, Bill Nye vibes.
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't work on, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. See, tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison.
That's 3.
Poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Well, that's more swears in this stream than the entire history of my VTubing up until now. Oh, there we go. So we at least know the helical symbology is supposed to be Polaris. And all the red on the loading screens is supposed to be the Hiss now. Represented as accurate of a way as they can manifest. The second slide we called Meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. Must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then we'd come out. Everything had melted around the projector. Neil was really into it. We'd found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide. But that's not what happened. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide. Designation Meadow. No telling what this does. Is that a train track?
Let's see what they have on Ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Alley-oop? I hadn't been using that enough. All these happy little trees. Presumably, this is supposed to be some sort of a dump or a landfill back here. Ah, there we go. Here's something. Knew there'd be a secret off the beaten path. Nobody likes losing control, but fail to notice we've never been in control. Deep. And again, more title drops. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her. Broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Mrs. Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the not mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone, like Tom had said. We woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. Extrapolated. Disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed a result from slide projector related AWE. Of course. And this is where we get the best version back. Oh, Pierce is equipped on the other end. That will suffice. Cute. Keep trying the grenades. See what happens. That's what happens. Bonk.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Ordinary dump site. If I didn't know that was the name of the town. Rhetorical.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jessie.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jessie...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Hugely.
You know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
How condescending. But I imagine she's not in on it either. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden and obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. DF claims there were 8 slides for the projector. JF mentioned 9. The Bureau found 1 intact slide and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Notes: Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of Ordinary Town Dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis. with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. Hopefully we're at a good stopping point soon.
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
You think they're gaslighting? Given how condescending her tone is, I'd agree with you. That's definitely most likely out of all of our options here. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove any personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides? Yes, the type used in slide projectors found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Well, if it's anywhere. I imagine it has something to do with all the red glowy bits. Note, the launch does not do very much damage to the healers. Hey, finally putting that to use in combat. A little hard to keep aim. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Are you a telekinetic? Yes, yes you are. We can just launch on those guys. Line it up. Well, the bullet magnetism seems to be working. There's no way I'm that good with a shot. Otherwise, I would be playing FPS games a lot more often. I was 9 or something when I found my dad's Old Gods album. Became a huge fan immediately. Instantly. Not high enough. More good personal mods. We'll play with that very, very soon. The yellow walls.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Hype. Finish Tango. Search for the slide projector in dimensional research. As eager as I am, I think now is an excellent time to just find ourselves a little save point in here. But first, our way out. On the other side here, I imagine. Now, there's probably a quick shortcut out there. After all, it returns to the turntable. Or it links to it. On the other side. Is there another little switch for us? There we go. Have our own little ways back now, don't we? I mean, I thought there was another control point. It's this right here, but that's offset from the map. And that's why it sucks. I think a little bit more health might do us some good. Ah, additional personal mod slot. Finally! Handle that before we forget about it. We already had that one equipped, right? We did not. Excellent. Wow, that was a long stream and I'm deeply invested, but we can't be here forever now, can we? Unfortunately, we might have to continue this next week unless... I'll be asking around between some other VTubers and see who's open for something on Saturday. We have a lot of stuff going on between either returning to Noida, or possibly more Halo Infinite, or... Honestly, I'd be very interested in continuing this a bit more. It's also exciting. Tomorrow night is Deltarune Snowgrave, so guess we're bringing out all that stuff again. Then Thursday is Halo CE, finishing up the campaign there. And Friday is our first solo Guilty Gear night in a while, but I'll try to see if I can get some responses for both Saturday and Friday. Saturday, if I can get Halo Infinite stuff going on. Having an absolute blast here, can you believe? It's already been 5 months. 5 months of streaming as of yesterday, it looks like. I'll have some time to think about that as I wind down for the evening. Class is dismissed. Thank you all so much for your attendance. Good night. Ooh. It's not too late for chili cheese fries. I might. Good night, C. James. Presumably Leviathan still lurking. Kayla, if you happen to still be here. Broham, Tito Lounge.